Another benefit of international work with a very large corporation is my first experience internationally was in Nigeria, and I was working for a very small oil company that had one drilling rig. So the operator owned the drilling rig, which is not typically how we do things in the oil industry. Usually it's two independent parties, so there's no conflict of interest, but this was Nigeria. So essentially the oil company owned the drilling rig, and we were drilling this well, and we were re-entering an old Shell well. I think we'd leased the well from Shell and doing a re-entry, as well as punching some holes in and around that area. But it was a penny stock company on the Toronto Stock Exchange, and the company ran out of money. And we were selling casing, trying to get enough funds to complete this well. And when we ran out of casing to sell that we had in stock, we were flowing the well, filling up tanker trucks, and trying to drive them to the refinery to sell to the refinery in order to generate some income to be able to continue operations and get the well completed. Well, the locals thought that we were stealing the oil, so they blockaded the road, and I've got a whole saga that I could tell you about that. We're basically escaping in the middle of the night, trying to get the hell out of Nigeria, and not getting kidnapped. So I think the lesson I had from that was probably the key lesson I had from my time in Nigeria is you want to work, if you're going to be international, for a multi-billion-dollar multinational corporation that has deep pockets. And I say that because not only will they have the resources to make sure that the work environment is safe and you have everything that you need, but if things do go wrong, for example, you get kidnapped, they are going to have the resources to pay your ransom and get you out of there. So the company that I had in Nigeria initially, I realized that if something were to go down and I was going to get kidnapped, that was it. I was cooked. The company would have no resources to bail me out, and my company or my family certainly would not have any resources to do that either. So, just a little life lesson. I wouldn't suggest your first assignment being Nigeria. Actually, I wouldn't suggest West Africa in general as being your first assignment. If you're choosing an international career, there's definitely better places. The Middle East, for all the bad press it gets in the news, is a pretty great place to work. It's hot in the summer, definitely has its drawbacks, but it's pretty steady, which is the main thing. And it also has the infrastructure and a lot of geopolitical interest in trying to keep some kind of stability there. So if you'd like to learn more, make sure you subscribe. And if you leave a note in the comments of any questions you may have, I'm happy to answer them. And take care, stay safe, and good luck in your career.